It's Friday, April 5th, 2024, my friends, and it has been a cold April so far. But listen, we're going to bounce back because we keep going. We never stop pushing. I've got three best bets for you guys in baseball and basketball today. Let's get into it. What's up, guys? It's your boy Noble Living back with another DYF Bets video where I'm bringing down my favorite picks and plays of the day as we just try to get to the bag together and make some money. Man. It has been a rough start to April. I'll tell you that for sure. We've had a full reverse sweep yesterday. 0-3 on the channel. And the crazy thing is, if you listen to the analysis, I literally gave you guys winners in the analysis. We lost on the Knicks and Kings under 215.5. I told you guys I liked the Knicks to win that matchup because it was a must-win game for them. They won the game. We took Soraka under 16.5 outs. He went 6 innings, but guess what? The Royals won the first 5. Like I said inside the analysis as well. Indiana State, no explanation there. They were up 77-71 with literally 2 minutes left to go in the game. They went on like a quick 6-8-0 run to take the lead, and then they completely blew it. Like, I don't know what happened. So they just, I was watching the game. I don't know what they were doing. They were jacking up bad shots at the end, took their foot off the pedal. 0-3 on the day. You can see our year-to-date record right here. We've started off the month of April really slow. 3-9 on the month so far. But listen, guys, it is a long month. I'm going to turn it around. We've got the Final Four tomorrow. We also have our Purdue future pending as well. So if you guys have been tapped into the channel since last month, you guys know we took Purdue to win the national championship at plus 700. We're going to see how it looks over this weekend because we've got the Final Four tomorrow. Then we've got the championship game on Monday. Hopefully, if they win those 2 games, that will turn everything around for us, which we definitely need. So I do appreciate all the love and support and the comments that you drop inside the Discord group on the channel. I do greatly appreciate it, guys. We are going to heat back up here, and I've got 3 best bets on the way for you. So if you can, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and let's get into these winners. For my first best bet of the day, we are going to go to the basketball NBA slate, and we are going to go to this Wizards and Blazers matchup. I know it's an ugly game. I know a lot of people don't want to take anything in the Blazers-Wizards game, and I get it. I understand. But when you're cold, you got to go searching in the well. You got to dig deep. You got to find a winner, right? And I think I have found one today because there's an angle that I want to exploit, and that is I'm going to go Jordan Poole over 22.5 points, minus 125 odds. Now, I know this might not be the most popular pick, especially when we're looking at these two teams playing each other, but this is just an angle that I want to exploit because the question I got to ask myself is who's going to score for the Wizards. They are absolutely plagued with injuries. There's no Kyle Kuzma playing in this game, no Tyus Jones, no Morgan Bagley, no Denny. So there's somebody on this team who's going to have to score the points, and now that I'm looking at it, it has to be Jordan Poole, right? Because who else is going to score against this Blazers team? I like the fact that also the Blazers give up a lot of points to point guards and shooting guards. They give up the 6th most points per game to point guards, and they also are ranked in the top 10 in terms of points per game allowed to shooting guards as well, which I really like. He's only gone over this game in 2 of the 5 games that he's played without Kuzma and Tyus, but for me, what I'm really going to be looking at here is the minutes, because when Poole gets the minutes, he's able to put up the points. He's averaging 27 points per game with them off the court when he's playing 36 minutes or so per game. That's what I really like to see. Over the last 3 games without Tyus and Kuzma, he had 23 points in 29 minutes against Chicago, 22 points in 34 minutes against Miami, but then 16 points in 35 minutes against Milwaukee. So you're probably saying, no, but hold on, he only went over this one in one of those 2 games. Yes, but look at his numbers there. 8 of 20 in field goal attempts against Chicago, 8 of 20 against Miami, and 8 of 14 against Milwaukee. So for me, I'm looking at the fact that he's getting the volume up, he's getting the shot attempts up, and that is what I'm going to be looking for in this matchup here. And also keep in mind, the Blazers do not have nearly as good of a guard defense as Chicago and Miami do. So that's another thing that I'm looking at as well. I also like the fact that the way that the Blazers play defense, they force you to take a lot of dribble drives, a lot of pull-up jumpers, and that is what Jordan Poole loves to do. He loves to pull up. He's elite in that matchup. He shoots about 47% of his shots in terms of pull-up shots, so that's really what I'm looking for. And then when you also look at how some of the other guards have played against the Blazers, they've gone over this number. Terry Rozier had 22 points, Dejounte Murray 30 points, Jalen Green 27 points, CJ McCollum 30 points, Jalen Brunson 45 points. So we've seen other guards be able to eat against this Blazers defense. So for me, I'm not overthinking it. I'm just going to go Jordan Poole against the Blazers here. The Wizards, somebody else has to score. I know Jordan Poole is not the most popular guy to tail right now, especially when you're cold, but I think when you look at the situation, all the injuries, especially the shooters that the Wizards do have, I think Jordan Poole is going to definitely be able to get the shot attempts up. The question is he going to be efficient enough? And I hope that he will. So give me Jordan Poole over 22.5 as our first bet of the day. For our second best bet of the day, we're going to head over to the baseball slate, and I'm going to take the Boston Red Sox in the first 5 on the money line, minus 102 odds. Now, I really like this matchup here for the Red Sox as they're taking on the Angels. This is a late night start. In the last game of the day, 8:38 is the first pitch here in this matchup, and the Red Sox are on the road here. What I do like here is the pitching matchup that we're going to be able to get between these two teams. The Red Sox are setting Cutter Crawford to the mound, and in his first start, he looked absolutely amazing. He went 6 innings. He only gave up 3 hits. He gave up 1 run, but it wasn't an earned run. He had 7 strikeouts to go with 1 walk. That's really good, and that was against a Mariners team on the road. So I really like to see that. Now, on the other side for the Angels, they're sending Griffin Canning to the mound, and I wish I could say that his first start was good, but it wasn't. He forced the Baltimore Orioles. He went 5 innings. He gave up 7 hits to go with 5 earned runs, 1 home run, only 2 strikeouts and 1 walk. So literally 2 different sides of the spectrum here. Obviously, the Red Sox are not as strong of an offense as the Orioles, so you got to keep that in mind. But this Red Sox offense has been impressive to start the year, in all honesty, that we thought that this was going to be a Red Sox offense that was going to really regress. They lost a lot of guys such as Justin Turner, who went to the Toronto Blue Jays. But for me, I like the fact that this is a Red Sox offense that's gotten off to a good start, 5-2 on the year. They still have yet to play a home game, which is also pretty good to see, impressive to see that start, even though all their games have been on the road thus far. And when you look at the first 5 runs per game, Boston is in the top 10 in terms of first 5 runs per game, averaging about 3 runs per game over the first 5 innings. So I think their offense is going to be able to get hot. They're going to be able to get to Canning here. And then when you also look at the Angels on the other side, the Angels are a little bit lower down. They're averaging about 2.5 runs over the first 5 innings. So we're not overthinking this. If you want to take the plus half of the run on the first 5 money line, just in case it's tied, you can do that. But it's really juiced at like minus 145, minus 150 on certain books. I'm not opposed to that. But I think the Red Sox, I like the value that we're getting here on the first 5 money line. I'm just isolating this game to the starters. I don't trust either of these bullpens. We've seen the bullpens leads before. I mean, that's what happened with Cutter Crawford in the first game, because he actually lost that game. Well, the Red Sox did. They lost that game 4-3. Why? Because the bullpen blew the lead, and then as a result, the game went into extra innings, and that's where they lost. So for me, I'm just going to isolate it to the first 5. I don't want to touch the bullpens here, and I think that the Boston Red Sox are the hotter team right now. They're the team that has playing the better baseball, and at the same time, they have the better starter on the mound. And I like the fact that Cutter Crawford is missing a lot of bats. That's the key here in this matchup here. Whereas Canning, he's not really missing a lot of guys. He's more of a pitch to contact pitcher, and the Red Sox are willing to play small ball, willing to get a single, willing to get a double, willing to steal a base. You know, they have the guys, they have the speed in order to do that. So for me, I think that this is going to come down to a matchup of not only just coaching, but who can put the ball in play. And I think that because of the strikeout stuff that Cutter Crawford does have, the matchup is favorable for him here. We just have to make sure he doesn't throw up a turkey toss to Mike Trout, who's been in great form. But I think the Red Sox offense has just a few more weapons here, as we've seen the Angels hitters have struggled a little bit against better pitching competition and against stronger offenses. So give me the Red Sox in the first 5 money line as our second pick of the day. For my third and final best bet of the day, we are going to go with the Nerfy here, and we're going to go to a late night Mariners and Brewers matchup, and we're going to go with the Nerfy as we got Logan Gilbert on the mound against Freddie Peralta. It is juiced, I'm not going to lie, it's minus 140 odds. Now there is another Nerfy that I do like on the board, but it starts a little earlier. That's going to be the Padres and the Giants. I'm going to drop that on my Twitter, so you guys can feel free to take both of these Nerfies and maybe parlay them together if you want to. But I like both of these plays here. But these guys, Freddie Peralta, Logan Gilbert, are 2 studs. They're the aces of both of these programs, and we saw both of these guys hit the Nerfy in their first matchup of the year, which you love to see. I actually think this game goes under. The line has already moved towards the under. It opened up at 7.5. Now it's at 7 on certain books, and I do think that it goes under that. So if you want to play some innings, walk it down, I'm not opposed to that. In his first start, Logan Gilbert faced the Boston Red Sox. He was actually the opposing pitcher to Cutter Crawford, and both of those guys were in a pitcher's duel. Logan Gilbert went 6 innings in that game. He only gave up 1 run, so you kind of see what was going on. When he faces a good pitcher, he could step up to the plate. Now that game was at home, and now he's on the road, but I'm not too concerned about that. Now Freddie Peralta on the other side, he had a really strong outing as well in his matchup against the Mets. He hit the Nerfy, and then he also went 6 innings of 1 hit ball. He only gave 1 run, which was a mistake, which that was hit out of the park, but he had 8 strikeouts to go with that as well. So I think both of these pitchers right now, we've seen them hit the Nerfy. Both of these offenses have not scored a ton of runs in the first inning. They're over 60% hit rate in terms of Nerfy success rate, so the offense is not scoring runs in the first inning. So I'm not overthinking it. I know it's a little juice, my friends, but I just got to win right now, right? I'm not trying to overthink it. I'll lay a little bit of juice. I just need to see the ball go through the net. I just need need to see a win happen. I'm just going to be honest with you. So I normally don't like to put out super juice plays, but the way that things are going right now, I just got to really do this because I need to get a few winners underneath the belt. Now, I might have a pick in the Iowa-UConn matchup tonight. I'm going to do a little bit more research. I do lean UConn, but I mean, Iowa is the team of destiny right now, so you maybe want to look at the player props with, Caitlin Clark, Paige Becker. I think it's going to be an amazing matchup. I think you have the opportunity to grab something live, but there are going to be some other picks in place that I'm going to drop throughout the day inside the Discord group, so make sure you guys join that, so this way you guys can get some of those other picks in place. And then tomorrow I will be back again with some more Final Four plays for you guys. All right, my friends? Well, that's it for me today, my friends. Real quick, real short and simple and sweet. We're going to go with Jordan Poole over 22.5 points. We're going to go with the Red Sox in the first half on the money line. And then we're also going to go with the Nerfy in the late night Mariners and Brewers game. Like I mentioned, from those other picks in place, click the link, join the free group. Let me know what you're taking. Say something when you get in there. Say what's up. I try to keep it interactive, but, we just want to be able to chat a little bit. So I appreciate all the love and support. We're going to turn around this ship. So stick with me, my friends. Don't give up on us just yet. And we're going to keep it going. All right, my friends? I'll see you guys tomorrow. And as always, do take your fake. Get to that cheddar. I'll see y'all later again.